welcome back to my channel. It's Jasmine, and today I'm going to show you how I make my own merch. This is kind of just a fun, silly one. I'm not actually going to start selling merch, at least not yet. But at the end of this video, I will give it away down in the comments, so make sure you stay to the end and comment down below. This video is sponsored by Cricut, so I'm excited to share with you a little bit about Cricut. So the Cricut is a smart cutting machine that can cut hundreds of materials, including everything from vinyl to leather. Cricut comes with a free software program that it runs off of called Design Space. It allows you to choose your design and start cutting. Here I have the Cricutmaker 3, and I'm going to be using it to make all of our merch pieces. Once my machine's set up, I just open up Cricut's Design Space, and then I click on Make New Project. And then I'm ready to start designing the project. So for this, I did have a logo I designed, so I wanted to upload that onto Cricut. So I just sent it over and then opened it up. So this is one of my logos. I have like 3 or 4 that I created that I can choose from, and I will show them to you guys. You guys can vote which one is your favorite. But for this project, I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm just clicking on contour and removing the parts of the design that I don't want to be cut out. And that's just this watermark that came from the app that I used in the process of designing it. And then I'm just resizing the logo to be the size that I want it to be cut out on the Cricut. And if I want more than one, I will just hit duplicate and have 2 logos to be cut out at the same time. So to determine the size I wanted for the design, I just kind of held up a tape measure to the item and decided on 2.5 inches. So I did cut one out slightly smaller and slightly larger so that I could choose between the two which one was a better fit. Once I am sure about the design, I hit make it, follow the prompts, and it will send the design over to the Cricut. For this first project, I'm going to be using a permanent vinyl, so I'm just going to use it directly into the machine since it is a smart material and it works perfectly with the Cricutmaker 3. Now that I'm ready, I select my material and hit load when the button flashes. And then once the start button flashes, we hit that and the Cricut is good to go. Once my Cricut is done cutting out the design, the unload button will flash, and I will just hit unload and see the design that it cut out. Then I'm just going to cut my design to separate the two because they were really close to each other. And then I'm beginning a process that's called weeding, which is basically just removing the negative space from around the design. So all that's left is my design. Then I cut a piece of transfer tape about the same size as the design and use the scraper to stick the design to the transfer tape and then just stick it on the candle, and that's it. So for item number 2, we're using a different logo, pretty much the exact same process, but for this one, we're going to be using iron-on. So I'm measuring the bag we're going to use, and then I'm using the smart iron-on material. So for this, we have to do a heat transfer, so it's slightly different. I have to mirror the design onto the fabric so it cuts it backwards, and then we'll be able to stick it onto our bag. We power on the easy press and we let it heat up. I checked online to make sure that I got the right heat, and it's at 340 degrees for 30 seconds on the first side and then 15 seconds on the back side. While it's heating up, I am weeding my design to get it ready. placed it on the bag and made sure that it was center. And then held the easy press down for the time it instructed me. So I repeated the same process on this tote bag as well. I'm so obsessed with how the bags turned out, honestly. So this is what I'm giving away. I'm gonna give away one tote bag and then like 3 different pouches, like different sizes. So stay tuned to the end, enter the giveaway. These bags are so cute and I hope you win one. So for project number 3, we're using infusible ink and we're cutting a piece of the transfer sheet to use on our mug. I'm gonna stick this piece right onto my mat and it's big enough to cover the design that we're doing. I wasn't able to cut out one of my logos just because it was a little bit harder to weed this kind of material versus weeding like the vinyl. So I did make a slightly bigger logo so that it would be easier to weed. And these are my friend Jillian's hands because she helped me with this one. Once it was weeded, I placed it onto the mug, and then I used Cricut's heat-resistant tape to tape it down just to make sure that the design is even all the way around and that the heat would apply and adhere the design evenly. Then I placed it inside of the mug pressed and pushed down the top. It took a few minutes, and once all the lights were lit, we knew that the mug was done. And before removing the design, we had to let it cool off for about 15 minutes. And this is how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, my hair is different. I just did it yesterday. I'm filming this a couple of days after I worked on these projects. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and leave a comment down below to enter into the contest. If you want to win, well, not contest, whatever, the giveaway. If you want to win one of these bags, I'm going to give away 4 of them. And so I will pick people from the comments down below. So just leave a comment with like a bag emoji or let me know which project was your favorite. Yeah, and I will choose sometime this week, maybe like within the next 2 days, and I will comment back to you and ask for your email. So anyway, I love you guys. Keep spreading the love and light. Huge shout out to Cricut. Thank you guys for sponsoring this video. As always, keep spreading the love and light, and I will catch you on the next one.